It all started in January of 2024 when I purchased my first traditional bow. I met up with a friend of mine that knew everything there is to know about trad bow. Learned all I could and then took that to the field. My goal was to harvest a hog before the end of February. After accomplishing that goal, I was on the highest of highs for any archer. I knew then I was hooked for life. Over the next 7 months, I hunted and practiced to prepare myself for deer season. Then came September, opening day of archery season. I hunted as much as I possibly could, but between work and family, my time was very limited. I had a few close calls, but ended up with no luck. Then comes the day, the last day that this area is open for deer hunting. The day I experienced the highest of highs and lowest of lows. Here is my story of my first traditional bow. Let's go shoot us a deer. I'm coming out here to where I was at probably a week ago. I'm getting pretty close to it. I just want to jump on here because when I get in here, it's gonna be one of these little tight areas. So I need to get in there, get set up as quiet as I can. My problem is I think I might have screwed up by not bringing rain gear. I was banking on it to be done like the weatherman said it was going to, so hopefully that holds out. But down here, which I'm sure it's like this all over the place, but from my perspective, when you get a good thunderstorm, rain, bunch of wind, like after a really good storm, and that blows by, stops raining, the animals get up and move. It quit raining probably 45 minutes ago, and I mean, as soon as it started slacking up raining, I jumped in the car and hauled butt out here. So it's been about 45 minutes since it rained last. I'm gonna get in here and get climbed up a tree. Don't know exactly where I'm gonna sit at. I found this spot the other day, but it was one of those deals. I found it in passing, and I just come through here. But there was a lot of deer sign. I'm not set up where I originally found, because there was no good tree for the wind, and I didn't bring my tripod or nothing, so I was kind of stuck sitting up in a tree somewhere. But you can see it right there. That little line, that's a trail. It's kind of open where I'm at. A bunch of gallberries, some small oaks, and a bunch of these big longleaf pines. And then you can see those short pines right there. There is a major trail going down that transition right there. Then about right there, which is about 12, 13 yards, there's a trail that shoots off out into this little somewhat of clearing, whatever you want to call it. But about 80 yards out in front of me, there's a thicket, and it looks thick, but that trail heads straight to that thicket. So I got this trail runs down this transition right here, right underneath that oak. Big scrape. There's a couple of rubs over there. And then that over there, I'm pretty sure is a bedding. And there might just be a couple of them because the trail going over there is not as big as up and down this transition. So it took me a little longer to get set up because I wanted to be quiet. Didn't make no noise getting up this tree, other than sound like a squirrel or something like that. For the most part, my wind's blowing straight across that trail. So I'm banking on them coming from that thicket over there, or down in here, or from behind me. Either way, I should be able to get a shot by the time if I'm ready, by the time they catch my wind in that trail right there, they'll be in that open and I should be able to shoot them. So man, I completely screwed that up. That one was all me right there. That was so stupid. It looked like it hit pure gut. I mean, it hit way back. But I did notice something. My piece of leather right there is all messed up. The way it's all messed up right here, that could be why it's hitting to the left like that. Man, I know you can't see it right there, but it's all messed up at the bottom right there at the corner where the air sits at. I guess it's from these daggum fletchings right here hitting it. Just over time it's chewed it up. Well, I'm clearly going to have to give him plenty of time. I mean, one, I should have stopped the deer. I should have stopped him. Two, I shouldn't have shot while he was walking. There's the main things. Three, I did not notice that leather being messed up. Is that what caused it? I don't know, but it sure didn't help none. Alright, folks, I'm got all my stuff packed up. After looking at that video a few more times, I'm just gonna go ahead and back out. I ain't even gonna. I did walk over and found my arrow, which was about 10 yards from where I shot him at. But that's as far as I've walked. So I'm just gonna get all my stuff packed up and get out. I'm gonna see if I can find a tracker tonight. Let's see if I can get one lined up for in the morning. If not, I'll see how many people I can get together and come back out here in the morning and see if we can't find him. I mean, it sucks. I made a bad shot, you know. I don't know what happened, you know. And it still boils down that it's my fault, but between the piece of leather on the wrist and him walking, me not stopping him while he was walking, you know, and it just kind of screwed me up. But oh well. I said, it sucks that it happened. You know, I guess this happens to everybody if you bow hunt enough. But man, I've been waiting on this opportunity all year, and it finally come and I screwed it up. I'm gonna keep my head up high, go to the house, get some sleep, and I will be back out here first thing in the morning, and I'm gonna do my best to find this thing. Alright folks, it's next morning. I did get a hold of a tracker. We headed out there right now, and we're gonna let the dog see if he can find this daggone deer. I did not come back here at all last night, or when I talked to him on the phone, he told me to just pretty much let's wait until morning time. And he called me this morning and says, hey, I can meet you at this store, and we met up, and then we headed out here now. So I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking, or I may record while we're doing the track and all that, but I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking. I'm gonna try to respect other people's privacy and stuff like that. So but once we figure out the deal and all, I'll get you cut back on once we find him, or the dogs lose it, or whatever the case is, you know, and I'll fill everybody in on that. But it's been a long night. I didn't sleep worth a dang last night, cause I couldn't think of nothing but, you know, and just still beating myself up for making a bad shot or not making the right calls on this. Well, like I said, we'll get down here. I got a good feeling we'll find him, and everybody I've talked to says this is the guy I needed to get out here. So we're gonna ease down here and get these dogs on him. Alright folks, you see, I got him in my bag. He's by no means the biggest buck in the county, but thanks to Mr. Ralph and Kayla and Camo, Camo run straight to him. It's crazy how far this deer ended up running. That's just a testament of a good dog and a good handler. The dogs are following me trying to get to this deer on my back. But I said I felt good about my chances of finding this thing. So give a shout out to Ralph and Kayla and Camo, and we'll get this thing back to the car and go find some ice. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned. We'll catch you on the next video.